What is up, America? Coming at you with style, it's once again time for PlayUSA's Friday 5. I am at Grant D. Lucas in the Twitterverse, at Grant Lucas in the real world, huddled up and ready to draw up a new set of 5 things that have my attention this week. Before we kick off though, a reminder to like us, subscribe, and to get notified when we update new content. Make like Carson Wentz during the 76ers pregame, and ring that bell. Okay, team. It's game time. Bum 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 bum. The NFL is back! It seems like we've gone without pro football longer than we usually do. But this entire year has felt like a decade, so that probably played a part. Which is why the NFL's return is celebration enough to break out my holiday sweater and potentially get my head stuck in this dollar store helmet. Worth it. The king of professional sports makes its way back this week, and weird it will be. Tom Brady's in Tampa, Cam Newton's in New England, Washington doesn't have a nickname, finally. What's not to like about the NFL getting back to work? Nothing. Especially if you're a bookmaker or better. This is the time of year operators circle, what states that legalize or are about to legalize sports betting analyze, because professional football draws so much betting action. But what about the markets that you shouldn't be betting on? Wagers that maybe you should avoid altogether? Well, that's why I'm here, squeezed into this helmet like Gilbert Brown. Google it. This week's Friday 5, bets not to touch with a 10-foot pole. Okay, fine. Let's kick it all off with number 5. No KC for Super Bowl LV. Go to any of your go-to sports books, and at the top of the list of teams to win Super Bowl 55 is the Kansas City Chiefs. For good reason. Patrick Mahomes is an MVP, his supporting cast is stellar, the defense is solid enough, and KC reigns supreme as league champion. But only one franchise has repeated as Super Bowl winner since 1999. That would be the New England Patriots, and that came in 2005. Only one other franchise has even appeared in 2 straight big games during that same span, the Seattle Seahawks. It's not that I don't believe the Chiefs will win. The odds are just stacked against them. Plus, this year the NFL added a 3rd wildcard spot in each conference, making an even rockier road to endure to get to the title. The NFL is a league of parity. That was prevalent even when Tom Brady was in New England, and it will surely continue now. That brings us to the other half of last year's Super Bowl and our number 4. Gladly leaving my heart in San Francisco. After the 49ers blew Super Bowl 54, yes, they choked as much as Kansas City won, if not more, don't ask me why. San Francisco coach Kyle Shanahan told media members, bouncing back shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but it is. Once again, a 3rd wildcard spot will be added to the postseason this year. Plus, all of these other factors. Aside from the fact that in the Super Bowl era only 8 teams have lost a big game and returned the next year, only 3 of them won. Okay? In the past 4 years, 3 Super Bowl losers failed to even reach the playoffs. And the NFC West is difficult. Just getting to the postseason out of the NFC West is troublesome. So it's not the futures, though, that concern me with San Francisco. Even its opening game is bothersome. In opening weeks, team that lost the previous season's Super Bowl are 3-16-1 against the spread and just 8-12 straight up. Though they have gone 3-0 the last 3 years, San Francisco's opener is Arizona, a popular dark horse to win the NFC West. By the way, that's our number 3. Hard pass on NFC West. God, I'm just fine. The NFC West is the crapshootiest of divisions in the NFL, a word I'm trying to patent. Each of its 4 teams have won the division crown within the past 5 years. And each season, we expect a similar trend to happen. Rams reach the Super Bowl. They'll still win the division at least. They miss the playoffs. This is Seattle's division. They will own it. And they always hover around 10 or 9 wins. San Francisco's on the rise with Jimmy G. TBD on that. Because Arizona has a young playmaker, Kyler Murray, a Hall of Fame wideout, Larry Fitzgerald, and another franchise wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. Not to mention a fairly stout defense. There's no predicting what will happen in this division, and I point you to November 11th, 2019, between Seattle and San Francisco as case in point. Seattle's up 21-10 entering the fourth. Niners tie it up to force overtime. San Francisco drives the field and kicks a field goal that misses wide left terribly. Seattle wins as time expires in overtime. That's the NFC West summed up in one game, and why I avoid it at all costs. I don't know why I think I'm going to surprise it. Okay, let's get to number 2. No telling with New England. The Tom Brady era in New England is obviously over. It's now Cam Newton's team, or Jarrett Stidham's, or Bill Belichick's. Now, we haven't really figured it out yet, but it doesn't matter. The point is, for the first time in almost 2 decades, there's a question mark around the Patriots. Even in an AFC East that is balanced out because of Buffalo's rise and Miami's potential, bookmakers have pegged New England's over-under win total at around 9.5 games. Without Brady, is it even possible for the Pats to get to 10 wins? Maybe. I mean, that's the problem. New England has won 10 or more games every season since 2003. Even in 2008, when Brady was out nearly the entire year, the Pats did it. This will be the year we find out if it was Brady magic or Belichick genius that kept the Patriots so consistently great. But I'm not willing to bet on one or the other. What I would like to bet on is me getting this dang helmet off. God, so close. Fine. On to our number 1. No faith in America's team. Who has a friend who's a Cowboys fan and you're sick of them? If you didn't raise your hand, you're that Cowboys fan. It doesn't matter. In any case, it's so damn hard to trust Dallas. Since Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott became the faces of the franchise, and with such a strong offensive line, the Cowboys were supposed to be perennial title contenders. Forget year to year, we don't know which Dallas team will get week to week. So throw out Dak's rookie season when the Cowboys went 13-3, earned home field advantage, and still lost in the divisional round. Since then, Dallas has gone a combined 27-21 overall. That includes a 15-3 mark in NFC East games. Great. Good for them. But for those who math good, that means the Cowboys are 12-18 out of their division. Not so great. So sure, you might be confident in taking Dallas to win the NFC East, but the Philadelphia Eagles might make you think twice about it. Who knows though? You never do with Dallas. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ha! Yeah! What a perfect way to conclude this week's Friday 5. Whoops. Anyway, I'm Grant Lucas, ready to post up in front of the TV, mow down some wings, and get this NFL season underway the right way. Thank you all for tuning in. And be sure to check back again next week for another episode of PlayUSA's Friday 5. That helmet made me sweat so much. Bye!